Luigi? Rufus. Yes, very well, thanks. And you? Antigua. Yeah, lovely. Can you talk? Look, I've got a problem with this guy at the CQC. Kevin Pratt. Yes, exactly. It's a problem that I'd like to go away. Yes, I know how adept you are at making people come round to your way of thinking, Luigi. I'm not sure that would be the best approach here. I think it's a problem I'd like to go away and not come back, if you get my drift. By next Friday. You know, I'm always grateful, Luigi. How grateful do you want me to be? No problem, I'll make the usual arrangement. Bye, Luigi. Give my love to Carlotta and the kids.
Problems, Rufus?
No, just something to do with the practice. All sorted out now.
Ah, this is nice, isn't it? Nice to get away and relax for a couple of weeks and not have that guy next door shattering the peace every time he starts his Ferrari. I still can't believe it's supposed to sound like that. I thought the silencer must be faulty. What is it with men wanting a car that sounds like a Spitfire revving up?
They say cars like that are a penis substitute.
If a Ferrari was really a penis substitute, surely he'd just spend all day backing it in and out of the garage. I see Ed Miliband is still presenting the cut in the top rate of tax from 50 to 45% as a huge tax handout of £40,000 a year to millionaires, conveniently omitting to say that he means the microscopic number of people who actually earn £1 million a year, rather than those whose net worth is over £1 million.
Well, the annoying little twerp couldn't come clean on that one, as then he'd have to include himself, wouldn't he? Just kept repeating his new mantra, One Nation, 44 times. One Nation, as long as you don't include charges for prescriptions, dental checkups and tuition fees, because then you'd have to leave out Wales and Scotland.
Yes, you are.
I'm not sure Cameron's any better. Is it irresponsible for an 8-year-old to go to the pub, leaving her father to run the country unsupervised? Must admit, dropping the top rate was a bit of an own goal. I mean, didn't really result in much of an increase in revenue, whilst being a public relations disaster.
Supposed to help keep high earners in the country. But if they're anything like that banker chappie you were talking to last week, I reckon we'd be better off without them. If they brought the country to the state it's in now, one wonders what makes them so indispensable.
I thought you were asleep then.
Only dozing. And even listening to you is more interesting than 50 Shades of Grey. It's annoying that after all that bonking she never got cystitis.
Yes, it does get a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? This woman constantly banging on about her inner goddess all the time. Reminds me of hearing someone asking for a song to be played over hospital radio for some guy. The DJ chose Look for the Hero Inside Yourself, little realising the guy had been admitted to A&E with a plastic Superman up his bottom.
What are you reading at the moment, Rufus? One of the Dan Browns, isn't it?
If you think the Da Vinci Code is a bit far-fetched, wait till you read Angels and Demons.
Yes, I know what you mean. Wouldn't be surprised to learn that according to Dan Brown, the Gospel according to Pingu was erased by the Vatican. I hear the local oral surgery unit may have to close.
Hardly surprising the way that department is run. Most of the senior clinicians I know couldn't run a whelk stall. Saw a little note stuck inside the door of a staff toilet cubicle in the hospital which read, Over 1,000 people work in this hospital, and at this point in time, you're the only one who knows what he's doing.
Did you read that bit about Sir John Gurdon's school report from his science master?
That's the chap who was awarded the Nobel Prize for his work on cell development, wasn't it?
That's right. Apparently his biology teacher was less than impressed with his work and described his idea of becoming a scientist as quite ridiculous.
Apparently, no state school teacher would dare to write such a report nowadays. They have to write something which never mentions a kid's failings in case they damage the poor darling's feelings.
I'm not sure our little Ralph was overly pleased with his biology report last term. Ralph has a good brain, and just occasionally we are granted the privilege of seeing it in action.
At least it wasn't as bad as Rupert's report in chemistry. This term, Rupert has done little to demonstrate he's actually alive.
Oh dear, never mind. How's Luigi these days? Haven't seen Carlotta and the kids for a while. We must have them over to dinner again sometime. I never really understood what he does for us.
Oh, he just sort of smooths things out. Helps keep the wheels turning.
Like some sort of fixer, you mean?
Ow! Rupert!
Sorry, Dad.